Alright everyone, how you doing? Fishing Dishing with David here. Just out in another spot trying it out. Didn't have my GoPro up. I just got about a 2.5, 3 pounder. Didn't have it up, didn't have the bubba scales out. It was hooked in the tongue down deep, but luckily it's big enough. And it was hooked and it was not bleeding when I caught it. So I took and I worked on it a little bit, trying to be real careful, even come from the side. And I didn't think I was gonna get it, so I reached down and I cut the hook monofilament. I was gonna leave just a little bit in there, and then I noticed that the hook and bobber stopper kind of falling off the side of the gills there. So I reached in with a plier and give it one more little tug, and the dang thing came out. And I was gonna put it back in with a hook in the mouth. I hate to do it, but the last thing I want to do is to kill a fish trying to get a hook out. So I was prepared to let it go with the hook, and it looked like it would have came out pretty easy, but I was able to get the hook out, no blood down in there, got the fish back in the water. Fish swam away, all happy. I think he actually gave me a fins up when he left there, because I didn't hurt him. I was real cautious about it. I really tried to take care of that versus this fishing tournament we were in last week. And when we got through, a couple of disturbing things about the thing to start with. When my cousin took the bag up to weigh in, they said big bass had already been determined. Well, what about if we had an 8-pound bass that's bigger than the 7-pound that was caught? I mean, to already be determined is kind of a little sad there, but we didn't have anything bigger. But to hear that, and then we come back out, and I was already down at the boat putting up rods and stuff. We look over, and then 2 boat slips over there are 7 fish flailing around in the process of dying. Belly up, fins moving. A couple of them, the fins are moving just a little bit, but the other ones just went up, and either somebody's live well wasn't working. But the fact that there are 7 fish laying right there and nobody is doing anything about it. And the 7-pounder that was the biggest fish was one of them. It was probably that bag. The fish didn't look good, obviously lacking some oxygen. We don't have a lake deep enough that you'd have to fizz them when you brought them up. So I don't know what the problem was, but there were 7 fish there, and me and my cousin took my net there, and we went over there and scooped them up. For one, the boat's got to pull up there and park. They're just gonna run over them. So we scooped them up, tried to revive what we could. The only one we were able to revive was the 7-pounder. And again, we put it into all of them into live well real quick, because I had a treated live well. Ran it over to Marine Supply where I keep my boats, and we put them over to the boat, trying to do all the goody thing, move them back and forth, up and down a little bit, tried to do everything. After about 10 minutes worth of work, we were finally able to get the 7-pounder to swim away. I was awfully proud of my cousin for all the work that he put on it, and the fact that, you know, we did it. We tried what we could, but just so you know, we took and cleaned the rest of the fish so they did not go to waste. I mean, but it was just a shame. We have lost the fish. We have lost the fish, but we didn't throw it back out in the lake there. They had a bag that you kept them in. I was a little disturbed by that. I mean, 7 fish, it looked bad for the tournament, looked bad for us as anglers, that you're just gonna leave. And the smallest fish was probably about 3 pounds. There's probably 2 4-pounders. Let's say a 3-pounder, 2 4-pounders, at least 3 5-pounders, and a 7-pounder. Do you know how long it takes for them to get that big and to eat, and how many fish they reproduce? I mean, it was just sad. That's all I got to say. But so now I've got the camera set up. I better get the bubba scales out just in case I catch something. But just getting set up here again. That just disturbed me this weekend. You know, I'm still trying to get it out of me, but it makes me not want to fish the tournament, because I don't know if the tournament director knew what was going on. But you know, I don't know, 7 fish Bait turned upside down, little tail just flailing, trying their best to catch a little life, and nobody doing anything to help them. So, Terrell Rose, thank you very much for all your help doing that, netting them, and getting that 7-pounder back. You would earn your eagle tag then or whatever. But let me get to fishing. I'm going to start a new video, but peace, love, and joy. David from Fishing and Dishing with David. I'm going to catch a bass that I plan on catching, releasing, trying not to hurt.